Hey everybody, it's Big Daddy. Welcome to another, let me click this off before it ruins my show, another Friday Night Free For All. I might be doing this show solo. You never know. Tried to get a message out to Christina White from Cup of Time to see if she was going to come and join Big Daddy. And Bruno is on the Batters Up box, possibly. So, the fifth season. It begins right now. Let's do this. What the hell? Fifth season. Getting old. You know, I've decided to just tell, hey, what's going on, Sarah? How you doing? I sent you a link if you want to come say hello from Minnesota. If not, I was just going to talk about my vacation in Philadelphia. Hey, good evening, Bruno. Are you going to make it? Nobody knows. It doesn't matter. I have a little bit of jabbering to do. I want to recommend some songs that have been coming out. A good while back, almost a year, I started promoting, talking up this new artist. He's probably not new, but Tom MacDonald, M-A-C. Tom Mac, he has a new song out that's called Trying to Kill Me. If you look for that on YouTube, it's pretty rad. Looks like he's shopping with Gucci and whatnot, but certainly looks like it was a video filmed in maybe L.A. or somewhere out in sunny California. And also another song my daughter turned me on to by G Love and Special Sauce called Rodeo Clowns. So there you go. There's 1 and 2 tips musically. And of course, an old time song, a favorite of mine, Somewhere Over the Rainbow by Iz. Just search Somewhere Over the Rainbow, I-Z. And you're welcome. And there you go. So I don't know. Okay, so Uncle Bruno is going to be coming shortly. I believe I sent him the link. Uncle Bruno, let me just make sure. Yeah. Okay, cool. So you got the link. What Sarah is asking me in private message, what time is it over you're from? I don't know what that means. Does that mean what time is it over where I'm from? It's over when it's over. I don't really have any kind of set times with it's almost like this is like a CB radio, you know? It's just that it's stuck on the on position and we just rap with whoever's on the channel. But it's probably going to be on for a while. Typically it is. Let's see who else is trying to get me here. Carla, Puterberg Steves just told me she was out hunting, caught herself a deer and said she had to go clean herself up. She was all covered in blood. So I guess she was dressing the poor bugger, but it looked like she had a really good shot. I don't think the thing had any pain. And don't get on me about the people hunting deers. We got to thin the herds, and that's actually beneficial because a lot of people don't know this. But as the animals get older, they actually get attacked by other wild animals, and it's a lot more sympathetic to the animal, the beast out there, for them to be put down with one shot through the heart. So spare me if you're anti-shooting or hunting. Not that I'm a big hunter, big fisherman, yeah, but I'm not against it. It's less deer for us to hit on the highway, which I'm sure if a deer's hit by, like I hit one with a school bus, I don't imagine that deer really loved getting hit by a monstrous yellow school bus. But I could be wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. So Friday Night Free for All, 5th season. What do I say about that? Time flies. It's crazy. Oh, you can't see me. Yeah, that's because we're playing with some new software, which if you're looking to come on the show, you can actually come on and not be seen. But good point. Let me see if I can get to be seen here. Let me just ditch some of these and I'll be able to join the screen. Is that freaking you out, Sarah? Is that Sarah says be live is way different. How do I go live again? You click on that link, but you're going to have to download the software, then reboot your phone, and then click on the link I just sent you in private message. So if you do want to come live, you're going to have to get a link, but you'll have to download the BeLive.tv app in your Play Store, or you can click the link that I send you if you send me a message. What's up, Lee? How you doing? We're just talking to Sarah in Minnesota about how she gets on the show. She hasn't been on with the new BeLive software yet, but yeah, so just download that and you're good to go, Sarah. We'd love to see you, see what's going on in Sarah land. So how do I go live? Let's see. Oh, I want to really make a big deal about this too, really quick. I want to say huge thanks to the 4 or 5 people that donated the $200 online for my veterans at the Hazelton Elks number 200. And between the money I raised for the Stars campaign off the air, we have $300 to hand over to the Hazelton Elks, which will be done at the next meeting to be held, I think, the second week in, I guess November now. But unless Lenny Gibson, the secretary, wants me to do something different with it. But I'll be handing him the check, and they'll present it at the meeting. So thanks to the really cool rock stars who donated to that. And also, I did put up a donation page for the show. We're going for the goal. We're going for the goal of $150 to pay for the cost of running this show, which is for the software, BeLive TV, all the website, hosting, GoDaddy, etc. So if you'd like to donate, we have a goal of $150 a month, and you don't have to donate like some people, but $10, $5, it all helps, and it would really be a big help to me because being with a spinal injury, let's say limited income, okay? Just hashtag limited income. So it would be great if you're listening and you get any kind of enjoyment from either the Friday night free for alls or the midweek mashup on Wednesdays or the Sunday chill, which I have to here. Let's get me on the screen, and we're in Halloween mode. So let me just say hello from Northeast PA in an undisclosed location in the coal mining town that was established back in the 1800s. Welcome to the Big Daddy Roadshow. Hey, Julie, what's up? Julie from down under in Australia. Welcome to the Big Daddy Roadshow. This is the Friday Night Free for All. Julie, would you like to come up, or it's probably morning for you, isn't it, down there? I don't even know. Well, you must be way ahead of us. But good day, Julie. And let's see, what was I talking about? I did mention the thank yous for the donations to the veterans. And what else was I got? My God, I'm getting early dementia. It'll come back to me. Let me drink some coffee, little coffee, and I'll be fine. What's up, Lee? What's up, Julie? What's up, Sarah? What's up, Uncle Bruno? I lost my train of thought. I hate when that happens. I'm not even smoking the Mary Jane. Shit. Oh, okay. I already covered the music. Yeah, if you want to come live with Big Daddy, it's really not that difficult. You download the BeLive.tv app. She looks like shit. Julie, we have a feature. I'm so glad I'm going to put that up on the screen. We have a feature where you can just download the BeLive app, and I don't have to put you live, so you can just talk. That's an option. Maybe not tonight, but just for the future, think about that. If I hit this button, I will disappear like magic. Boom. And there you go. I'm gone. But you can still hear me, right? So the new thing with this software is pretty cool. You don't have to be live when you're on the Friday Night Free-For-All. Our 5th season, by the way. So if you could share it with everybody down under. We had some other people that were from Australia listening. Australia's it's really cool. Australia's, I think, somebody told me it was like America back in the 60s. Is that true? A little bit more laid back than America, but Julie looks like shit. Hey, Bruno, I don't want to say hurry up, but hurry up. I don't know where Christine is. Let me check my messages and see. We would hate for this to be an early Friday Night Free-For-All. But that might be the case. And a big shout out to Raquel Gent, who invited me to a poker game online on Black Chip Poker. I was forced to kind of take on a bully, and I called the hand right. He went all in with King 10, and I called him with Ace 10, but sadly another player called as well. And, well, it didn't end up too good for me on the river. So, Raquel, thanks for the free roll. I appreciate it. Nothing you could do if you call the right hand. If you predict what hand they're holding and you have a better hand. But actually, the second person that called the hand had Ace King, so he had me beat. I hit the 10 on the flop. Come turn, I was still good. Come river, I was going down the pooper shooter. So, yeah, poker's the devil. You heard that directly from Big Daddy. Poker is the devil. So, Sarah, what do you think? Can you come live? You want to get my 5th season started, or you playing shy? Yeah, and she says, yeah, very laid back in Australia. That's what I heard from my friends in the poker world. A lot of people come from Australia and Las Vegas to play poker. At least that's what I found. So let me see. It looks like somebody's trying to get in the back office. Let's see. It's Uncle Bruno. Are you ready, brother? Now come with some energy, because I need you to carry this show. It's the 5th season. I'm getting tired. All right, let me get me back on the screen. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Big Daddy Roadshow Friday Night Free-For-All. We're just going to do random chat, and Uncle Bruno and I have something to get it started with, I'm sure. Here comes Uncle Bruno in 3, 2, 1, 1.5. And you're... Oh, I'm screwing this whole thing up. You're not on the screen. Here, I'll put you on the screen. Bruno, Uncle Bruno, welcome to the Big Daddy Roadshow.
You are now present solo. I am now solo on the screen.
You're solo on the Big Daddy Roadshow, but I'm about to join you in a few seconds. See, I can only put 4 screens in the to-go.
Yeah. The host is not online. You are now presently solo, so you cut yourself out. How's everybody doing out there? It's been a long week.
My screen just went black, and it said we lost connection.
I know it said that to here, but it said you're now solo. It's telling me I'm solo.
As soon as you came live, shit started to get weird.
Well, maybe people are trolling me. I don't know.
I don't know either. Anyway, did you see that new graphic I have? The only thing that this show is missing is you. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, I like that.
With the little space people floating.
I like that.
I got this through Adobe Spark. If anybody's looking to make graphics, $9.99 a month. That's why I'm pitching for donations. $9.99 a month. I can make all these ridiculously cool graphics. Let me come live with you. But yeah, I'm learning with they're tweaking the software still. So here we are. We're both live on the Big Daddy Roadshow. Let's talk about this whole Gmail thing.
Oh my God.
Start it out now. You had a Gmail account. Everybody has Gmail probably.
I have a Gmail account, and I guess it gives you 15 gigabytes of storage.
Right. That's a lot of bytes, isn't it?
That is a lot of bytes, but just like Hillary Clinton, I had over 30,000 emails.
30,000 emails like Hillary Clinton?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I was able to figure out how to delete mine like she did.
You were able to shred them? God, that lady, it's a long time since she lost the presidency, and she's still getting badgered by that. But, yeah, it turns out it really is a pain in the ass. You know, my computer techs, they tell me that you're supposed to, get this, we are supposed to, as users of these email clients, whether it's Hotmail or Gmail or Yahoo, we're supposed to go in every week and delete the old stuff.
Absolutely.
And purge. Yeah. What do you got in your hand there? What is that? That looks like the size of Texas. Look at that thing. Wait a minute. I have that same cup, only you have printing on it. What do you got? What's going on there?
It's a cheapie. Rock Mountain.
Tumbler. What are you drinking? Little coffee? Little wine? You drinking your father's wine?
A little bit of water.
A little bit of water. So, yeah. So how long did it take you to figure out how to...
It took me well, actually, as you know, I reached out to you and one of your tech people, and obviously they had the same answer that I got driven to, and I was able to eventually, after 4 to 5 hours, figure out they really don't want you to get rid of the emails. They want you to buy more storage for $9.95 a month or $9.95 a year or something. So
I really owe you a big thanks, because last night when you had all them issues, you made me look into my Gmail account, and I then went on to, and could you turn off your volume on your television show? It's kind of screwing up your microphone. I went into my Gmail account, and you can actually assign various sections. Did you notice that? You could do like social media, emails. Oh, we lost you. We lost your volume.
Yeah, I know. I knew I muted for a second there.
What, did you curse me? He wants me to turn the fucking TV off.
I'm listening to you. Go ahead, keep talking.
Is your wife watching TV?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to move into the other room.
Oh, yeah, it's weird. It's like it's turning your mic on and off. I don't know what, you know.
Yeah, it's picking up the volume problem.
What's on the big TV? What are you watching?
She's watching Long Island Medium.
Oh, she's quite famous. She's still doing live shows, like new ones.
She does brand new ones now. There's IT. IT Group. I posted this show on theirs. They just approved it.
Speaking of which, did we share it everywhere or not? I don't know.
I did.
I didn't. Don't even share my own show. No wonder we don't have like a crazy new list of viewers. I was tempted to go live on the Big Daddy Roadshow group fan page with the 7,000, and I don't know. I didn't know if we were ready for this. I didn't know if you were definitely going to be coming. And if we go live out in the wild, wild west wilderness of the internet, I want to be able to tag team these bastards, you know?
Exactly.
So
drop me for a couple of minutes, and I'll re-come back in the back office.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Uncle Bruno will be back. Let's see if we go to chat and see. We're gonna drop Uncle Bruno, and I still haven't figured out what the hell. Let me just mute his microphone. Sarah Peterson is in the back office, Sarah, but I don't have a camera for you, hon. Are you looking to not go live? Let me see if I can get just your voice up with us. Let's see. Okay, so, Sarah, if you can hear me, talk to me. Hello, Sarah. Sarah, can you hear Big Daddy? Check 1, 2. Okay, Sarah, if you're so close, you've gotten yourself on the software. I see your name. As a matter of fact, I can show your name right here. Okay, it says Sarah Peterson is ready to join the show. Looks like you joined a few times. Let me see. Stand by, folks. And I don't have a video feed from you, Sarah. Did you do as I say? Did you delete? Or did you reboot your phone? You might have to reboot the phone now and click on the link I sent you. I'll even send you a new link if you need it. All right, we're having technical difficulties bringing Sarah up from Minnesota. Nothing new for the Big Daddy Roadshow. What's up, Id Crew? Hey, anybody from the It Crew want to come live with Big Daddy? Let me know. Send me a private message on Facebook, and I'll send you the link. We'll have a little fun on the Friday Night Free-for-All open topics. And I I was going to talk about something that I found on the AP, which is the Associated Press. What is with the UK over there? Police arrest fourth person in truck deaths case. The latest on the case of 39 people found dead in a truck in England. 39 dead bodies found in a truck in England. British police say they have arrested a fourth person that is connected with, I don't know what. Apparently also some anti-nuke protesters convicted in a break-in at a Navy sub base in Georgia. 7 Roman Catholic activists have been convicted of federal crimes for breaking into a Navy submarine base in Georgia to protest nuclear weapons. Well, you got to give them credit. At least they're putting their asses on the line, so now they're going to be sitting in jail. I'm looking at a really crazy photograph of the truck. It's a tractor and a big long trailer. And October 23rd, 2019, file photo. Police forensic officers attend the scene after a truck was found to contain a large number of dead bodies in Thurrock, South England. The discovery in England of the bodies of 39 people believed to be from China lays bare some crucial but sometimes overlooked fact about China's development as a rising global power that has elevated hundreds of millions of its citizens to the middle classes. I don't know, is that like is this some kind of immigration type thing gone wrong? Crazy. But yeah, so let's see what we're doing here. Sarah, if you can, would you please try to hook up again? I'm going to delete this. And crew, if you'd like to come live, just send me a PM. If not, welcome to the show. I'm just going to babble on. Uncle Bruno's moving to the back office, and Christina White from Cup of Time is supposed to be coming live with us tonight, but maybe something's come up and she's no longer able to make it. We don't know. This is our 5th season. It's Uncle Bruno's back. Are you ready to come live? You did. I'm going to bring you live. Okay, Sarah Peterson is having issues. I have a blank screen for you, Sarah. So I don't know what that's all about. But best thing for people to do with that, Bruno, is what? Turn off your phone, reboot?
Yes, turn off your phone, reboot, and come back. But you got to get rid of the old software as well. If she had the old software, I'm not sure if she still has the old software. How you doing, Pasquale, the IT crew? How's everybody hanging?
How's everybody hanging?
Christina White reacted to your... So she reacted to my thing. So she'll be on. She's coming.
Okay, cool. Maybe she forgot.
She reacted to my messenger. She reacted to my messenger. She might have been out to... No, she'll get here.
Hey, it's not the Tonight Show, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we're not that big.
I said
we're not that big.
No, I said
a celebrity.
You know what we're like? We're like CB radios with video.
Exactly.
Breaker 19, Bruno in New Hampshire. Are you there? Hello. Hashtag Uncle Bruno. So, did you hear about my vacation to Philadelphia? I went into city of brotherly love. I stayed there for a full week. Beautiful.
I heard about that.
Why don't you interview me on that whole situation? Because I talked to my friends Donna and Chris in New Jersey, and they're like, "What? What happened with medication?" Yeah, you should.
Is this actually the building?
This is the building they're going to tear down and make a parking lot. Apparently, I was one of the last inhabitants of the old model. This was built in like the late 50s or 60s. This is a hospital called Belmont Behavioral Hospital. Apparently, I wasn't behaving.
Interesting. So the story goes, Big Daddy wasn't feeling all that well. So
putting it mildly.
We kept contacting him, myself and Nancy and a few other friends, and we kept, he wouldn't return our calls or he'd be very short. And then eventually he confessed that he went to the pharmacy, got all these pills, came back.
Wait, stop. You're making it sound bad. I got all these pills. Wait a second. I got I got pills for diabetes.
So you have a few pills. So anyway, the doctor takes away a pill from him that he thinks they take away. And there was a big mistake there. And then from there, explain your situation.
Wait, you want me to explain the situation while Leah's saying, glad to see you got rid of that Amish look, Big Daddy. That's funny. That is friggin' funny right there. Hey, he's got the Trump flag. He's touting the Trump flag.
I see that. I see that. That's awesome.
Let's see. Sarah's having issues with Be Live. Well, that wouldn't be the first.
Right.
Now, wait a second. She might be. It's been a long time since we had Sarah. Sarah, I have to ask you, dear, do you have your thumb on your camera by any chance? Are you holding your thumb over your camera? I'm getting nothing but a blank screen.
Oh, my God.
I don't get it. Are you on an Android or an iPhone, Sarah? We'll have fun with Sarah in the chat, I guess. It's not meant to be, I guess. I don't know. Keep trying, Sarah. God knows we're trying to see you. It's been a while. Season 5, starting out with Sarah. What a bang that would be. Like literally. So anyway, yeah. So Philadelphia, what happened was I was put on a pill to get me back on normal sleeping patterns, and I was up for like I would sleep an hour or two a day, which I don't know if you saw me posting all the time. Insomnia, like my new best friend. I used to sleep like a baby. As soon as I hit the pillow, I'd be out in five seconds. But that was not the case. So I was given this pill, but I didn't know it was a benzo. You know what a benzo is? A benzo is a pill you don't fuck with. That's what a benzo is. So, yeah, by the way, this is a rated R, this show, and you could say the F-bomb.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
So when you went to get your prescription, was that supposed to be in there still? How do they wean you off that then? That's my question.
I'm going to be honest with you. I am completely baffled because my pharmacist showed me a list of the different medications because they've tried different medications for my diabetes. And the list was quite, over the last 6 months, a year, there was quite a different pills I've stopped taking when the doctor changed them.
Yeah.
The pill in question was last prescribed to me in March. Now, unless somebody in my family picked it up at another pharmacy, that's the only thing I could figure out. But I don't think I wasn't even taking these pills like all the time to begin with. Like not every night. But then I was taking them because my sleep had, like I said, I had gone like 5 days without sleep. So when you can't sleep and you're getting an hour or two here and there each day, I don't know if you've ever had sleep deprivation, but I am not good. Like if I don't get 6 hours of sleep, forget it. I can't spell my name. So imagine 5 days of getting 2 hours, and I just couldn't sleep. I'd lay down, I couldn't sleep. So I was all screwed up with the what's it called, the Arcadia rhythm. Is that the right word?
I don't know exactly.
I don't know. Sure. Maybe I just made up a word. But anyway, I think it's Arcadia. And I was way off the whack with the sunrise and sunset. I didn't even know sunset or sundown, or I didn't know up or down. And I went to the pharmacy, and that pill wasn't in there. I just left my doctor's appointment. So I assumed he stopped it, you know?
Yep.
But I guess my first prescription was quite a few pills, and I know I was still taking them, and then I stopped. And about 4 to 5 days later, and by the way, I was taking like up to 3 of them. Wow. I'm pretty sure I was. I can't find the bottle because they had it in the Philadelphia hospital, and I no longer have it.
Pretty sure it wasn't 3 per day.
I don't know, man. Listen. You know, I told you when I was finally starting to come off of whatever I was from detoxing from that pill, I had to keep my one foot on the ground while laying in the bed because the ceiling was spinning and it was horrible. Thanks for sharing, Sarah. I appreciate it. Please, everybody else, please share this show, by the way, because this is really good information if you're taking any kind of medications for sleep or anxiety, like Xanax and benzos. Do not cut them cold turkey like I did. I spent a good week in this Belmont hospital. Let's get rid of that picture. It's kind of depressing. But, they're building a brand new building. It's really cool. And I did learn a lot with the experience, Uncle Bruno. So maybe I can help others just not make the mistake I made, which, by the way, the staff told me happens all the time. So my problem is my mother, when she was alive, God rest her soul, she would be the one that I would go to, like if she would have been alive being an RN, she would have said, you can't cut that pill off cold turkey. So I'm looking for a new RN, if anybody knows anybody out there. So, I thought I lost your volume, but
No, I'm just quiet. I'm just listening. So
if you could share the show too, you can be quiet if you share the show. But if not, jump.
I've been sharing the show. I already shared it before I came on.
Jesus Christ, you're a little testy. You need a pill? Let's get you a pill.
No, I was testy last night with the goddamn friggin' Google Gmail. They want you to pay for extra instead of telling you how to get rid of the emails. And then when I did go to delete the emails, not to get off your story, which we'll get back to you, I deleted all 30,000, and I needed like 5,000 of those 30 still in my
Yeah.
inbox.
Sorry.
So I had to go back.
Nobody needs 5,000 emails of anything.
Oh
It's
my
time for you to
God.
go on an email diet. Are you going to do Halloween? Are you doing anything for Halloween?
Yeah, I'm going to go and buy some candy on sale the next day afterwards.
Yeah. You know what? That's right. Hershey bars on sale.
Yeah, I don't do Halloween. We don't, I'm kind of in a rule. I'm in more of a seasonal area. Like with this, I think in the dead of winter here, like in the next couple of weeks, I think there's probably about maybe 60 homes that people, year rounders.
You know what we used to do? We have communities that are gated. Now, not me, of course.
Yeah,
I'm from an old coal mining community with a
yeah.
Civil War cemetery in it. But and there's definitely Halloween in here. Me, I was never into it because the people in my area, God love them, I always think they're casing the joint. So bad, but it's like the area's gotten rough, Uncle Bruno. It's gotten really rough. But we would
Yeah.
go to these gated communities.
Excuse me. Sorry.
God bless you. We would go to
That.
these gated communities that maybe an aunt lived in, and they would go around, and you should have seen the bags of candy. Man, did I pillage my daughter's bag of candy years ago, you know?
There is a couple of areas in my town that there's a lot more population, and so you're right, it's not gated. They turn around, and what they do is they put they block off the road. So the police, you can only come in, you park your car along this main road, and you walk in, and there's a cop car so that there's no cars in the middle, and that way you can walk all the streets, and there's a whole cluster of homes, and those people know, and everybody in town kind of goes there and trick or treats.
Uncle Bruno, you're not going to believe this. And Sarah in Minnesota is going to lose her shit. She's trying to
She's on?
She's on, but she's got a blank screen. I don't know what's going on. Sarah, I don't know what
Can
to
you
tell
hear
you.
her?
No, I can't hear her. Like I can hear you in the back
Oh.
office. I cannot hear her. I see Sarah Peterson, and that's it. Here, I'll show you what I see. Nothing. There's even when I put her up. Wait, here we go. 1 second. That's what I see. A blank screen. So I can put her name up just to prove that she's here. There you go. There's Sarah Peterson. And maybe for Halloween she's going out as a ghost. I don't know. Very interesting. Very interesting.
Good costume.
Very good costume, Sarah. But I can't hear her, and I'm just going to remove her again. Sarah, I'm not trying to be difficult, but you're just not. Maybe do you think she's working with the old software? How would she get rid of that? I don't know.
I think you have to uninstall that and then go back in and just reinstall and hopefully, or go to update, check the updates. Maybe they can update that one. I don't know.
So, hey, let's talk about the IT crew really quick here. Don't tell me, what are these guys? What are they doing? They come live for a second, say hello, and ditch us? What the hell's going on with that? That's it. I'm getting in the car. I'm driving to the Poconos. This is bullshit.
I don't know where they are. They might be busy. They've got a lot of stuff going on. Those guys.
I know. They got movies.
They got music. They got some of their music going into some feature films, and they're in some films. So they're really that it crew is happening now.
We have to get in on that film stuff. I'm telling you. I got a face for radio though, so I don't know.
We can get in on the film stuff.
I could be in the background drinking coffee or something like that, or you give me a bat. I'd like to beat somebody up with a bat in a movie. That'd be fun. Sarah saying she did delete the software, so she's giving you hell, Uncle Bruno.
Yeah, I see. I did, Bruno. So I'm not sure why she can't get in. That's weird. Unless she doesn't have a good enough signal. I don't know.
So did you hear my music suggestions? Tom McDonald, spelled MacDonald, trying to kill me. New song.
I was listening. I was getting set up in the my back office.
And not that you're not hip enough already, but check into G Love and Special Sauce. I don't know what the hell Special Sauce is, but they have a song called Rodeo Clowns.
I'm going to Post Malone shows. He throws out $100 bills off the stage.
Yeah, well, call me when he's throwing out bricks of like 1,000. It costs you $125 to see a show. He throws $100 bill back at you. Come on, it's perfect. It's incredible marketing. These guys
And
are
it's
brilliant.
probably more like you charge $200 and he gives you 100 back.
I don't know. But anyway,
Yeah.
I want to do a quick plug for this is the Big Daddy Roadshow. Visit us on the website, BigDaddyRoadshow.com. If you're new to the show, if you'd like to come live and your name is not Sarah, you can download the BeLive.tv app and you have the option to come in live with video or just your voice. If you don't want to do video, just let me know in private message. I'll send you the link. And if you don't want your video shown, you can come live. Again, if you're not Sarah in Minnesota, you can come live without video. So, like, I can make Uncle Bruno disappear real quick. Here we go. Watch this. You can still talk, though, Uncle Bruno.
Yes, I know.
There you go. He's
I'm
gone.
not
See?
anyone. Now I'm a ghost.
It's like Uncle Bruno ghost mode. So you're not going to dress up for Halloween? Is that what you're saying? I'm going to bring you back here.
I'm already dressed up now as Halloween. I'm dressed up as myself.
So I was just putzing around this afternoon. I was painting. God, I used to be able to paint like one room in one day, and now I'm starting to get older, and I had to do it over a 2-day period. And I thought I could get away with leaving the one wall the same color as it was, because it's like a golden brown. I don't know. My daughter thought it looked like puke or something. So she come in and she's like, "No, you got to paint that too," which involved taking down cool shelves and a big picture of my old Doberman Pinscher named Zoe, and I got paint all over my finger.
In order to do it, you got to strip the wall to be able to get
I had to
paint.
strip the wall, take everything off the walls, and I got all this shit on the walls. So I made my daughter paint down by the floor because I couldn't even bend at that point. And now it's all painted, and now I got to put it back together. But that's cool. I'm going to go out and get a new rug, because I install my own rugs, because, all my buildings and stuff, I've learned to do that. So I'm going to get some new rug in there, and then we're going to have a second studio, because it's a lot easier for me to heat this smaller room than this big monster room I'm in now.
Yeah.
And let it snow. Let it snow. I don't care. Bring on the winter.
It's coming. Any of you baseball fans, it is in the fourth inning, and the Houston's leading 2-0.
What's the big gossip with the Astros? What's going on with the news? There was something going on.
Oh, wasn't it Reddick? Reddick left the team because he thought that they would never win a championship, and it looks like they're going to win a championship.
Oh boy!
So you got a new coach in Philly.
Yeah, an old Yankee.
You got an old Yankee doodle dandy. He got fired in 2017. Went into the booth, and he couldn't even do that right. And now he's going to be your Phillies coach.
You're killing me. I'll be honest with you. I didn't even catch him in the booth. Who was he in the booth for?
He was doing, I don't know if he was doing Monday night, Sunday night baseball. I'm not sure who he was doing, but he was.
You can't just have anybody in the booth. You got to have somebody that has the gift of the gab, can keep it going.
Well, sometimes it's like they're on Joe Buck's ass right now. I don't know why, but
I can't stand Joe Buck,
and I can't stand him either. And I can't believe that he's still on. And there's so many complaints with them. And
it hurts me to say it, because it's like, it seems like I'm being mean, but I just don't jive with his sports commentary at all. I don't care what he's covering. Right. I don't like it. But
right.
I think he has somebody in the family. He has somebody who he knows that keeps his job.
Pretty sure to keep his job. So at any rate, but.
So did you see that I'm searching for some people to talk about alien abductions and alien activity and UFOs? Have you seen that graphic yet? Have you ever been abducted by an alien?
Not that I know of.
See, I mean, that's a great answer, because there's a lot of chances you were put out. Maybe they just kind of like put something in your drink, and the next thing you know, you're zooming around Pluto getting your butthole examined. But I'm being serious. I'm serious. I want to do an alien show, because every talk show does them.
I went camping one time, and I woke up with my shorts down around my ankles and half a jar of Vaseline missing. So wow. I don't know what happened. That could have been an alien abduction. All
right, we don't even need to have an alien show. Just tell me why you were bringing Vaseline to your camping excursion.
So I didn't. It appeared. I never brought it.
Oh, thank God! I thought maybe you had a confession to make. You have some really crazy camping stories. Hey, Bob, pass the coffee cup, and is the Vaseline available? Sweet Jesus on the cross. Oh my God, that's funny.
The opinions on this show have nothing to do with
Oh,
opinions that
wait
were
a second. It's
said.
official. It's going to snow. It's going to snow in fall. Kevin Sockwell is here. Kevin, why don't you hit the link
There
and
he
come
is,
live?
finally.
Finally. What was it, like 700,000 years later? It's like a Kiss song, 100,000 years. Kevin Sockwell from The Grind is in the
Dude,
chat.
I think the problem is that Kevin's getting way too big. This build number 4 is like ridiculous. Two ridiculous builders. Matter of fact, one guy named his bike Samson, and he's definitely going against a Goliath, and we'll see what happens next coming weekend.
He had all kinds of
Galveston,
drama.
Texas.
He had all kinds of drama. The last show, build off, what was it, number 3? I don't remember. What number is
Yeah,
that?
build off number 3. They had a crybaby, and the kid
Listen.
really should have kept his mouth shut, and he lost a lot of respect from a lot of bike builders. But hey, that's not Kevin's problem. That's the builder's problem.
And guess what? It was some people like that drama, so he probably got some new viewers over that. It was cool.
May have.
Yeah, I would think.
Orange County Choppers.
I swear to you, I'm not making this up just because he's showing up. I keep looking at all these bikes. I was looking at a Honda Shadow the other day. They wanted only $400. I'm like, okay, there's got to be something seriously wrong with that. But it was a pretty good looking bike I always liked the Honda Shadows. But that's not my dream bike. But, when you showed that picture the other day of your bike out with your friend with the trike, remember I said, I'll take the bike on the left, please? That was pretty.
Yeah. That trike's that's a $36,000 trike, and we actually that day we went to the dealer. He wanted to see. He wanted, bike build off number 3 was the drama. So he wanted to see the new CVO. So they make a custom vehicle option. So and Harley does it, and the bike was like, I don't know, 50 something grand. It had seat warmer, hand warmer. I think it even had a different attachment for all kinds of sexual pleasure.
So you could literally drive that thing in the middle of winter in a snowstorm, and your ass would be warm.
You could. Your hand grips in the thing, and if you were to put some snow tires on that thing, you'd be good to go.
I don't know with the one wheel in the front. But maybe you would be. I wonder what they're like in the snow. Maybe Kevin would know that. I'm going to send him a link and see if he's got the.
Oh no, they're not that good in the snow. That's for sure.
Okay, he's saying, how do I come on? Now we're going to you know what, Kevin? Just cool your jets. It took you 17 months to even consider coming to my chat, and now you want like some kind of special treatment just because it's Halloween or some shit. He should come dressed as somebody else so we don't even recognize him. Let me send him a link and see if he can figure it out, because Sarah in Minnesota is having a hell of a hard time. Kevin, I'm going to send you a link. What you're going to have to do, just listen to these instructions. Very simple. You're going to download the BeLiveTV.tv app and then turn your phone off and then come back to the link and try it again. And you should end up blathering on in my back office. And if it works, we'll bring you live. Same as your show. You use your cell phone as your camera.
And turn it horizontal when you come on.
Turn it horizontal so we can look bitchin' on the program. How do I come on? So yeah, it'd be cool to have Kevin Sockwell on. Yeah, there's so many motorcycle enthusiasts, but I was really thinking about.
Well, wait a minute. So Kevin, in the past there was a whole bunch of motorcycle build shows and all kinds of stuff going on, and
sure.
And then, so Kevin,
Orange County Choppers and
right, Orange County Choppers. So Kevin's obviously a biker. Kevin has another job, and Kevin's built bikes, and Kevin does custom seats, and so anyway, he came up with this great idea. Let's try to get back the he wants to bring the camaraderie back, because the problem is each builder thinks they're better than each other builder. It's not about everybody being big. There's plenty of room for everybody, like Kevin says. And but you have certain builders that think their shit don't stink and this other builder sucks and whatever. You're going to have that, but it's not about that. It's about the brotherhood and the biker. And like, he has a great idea. He wants to get together with a lot of bike builders, all of them, even the ones that aren't involved. I mean, if the guys that were the past grind or any other biker that wants to be on or is going to be on later, and he wants to go for a nice ride when they're in Galveston. That Texas is his hometown, and unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to make it there. It's like a 2-day drive for me with my trailer and my bike, and I've been looking at flights, and they want me to take like 5 different flights, and I don't know, and it's still not out of the question yet. But
if you go on the road, I'll be on 81 south.
Waiting.
You'll be waiting with the thumb out. I will definitely. I'll even help pay for some gas. That'd be fun.
So anyway, we can discuss that, but that's something that's going to be a last one because I'm trying to finish up. Like today was a hell day. I can't go into details about what happened, but there was a big blowout during a walkthrough that had nothing to do with the walkthrough. It had everything to do with the buyer and the buyer's agent going at each other. And I just stepped back.
Sounds like a reality TV show.
Oh my God! It would have been perfect for us house hunters. I thought these guys were going to go to blows, but anyway, that's neither here or there.
We never discussed this. We never even mentioned it.
Correct.
But we did, kind of. It's kind of funny. So they were about to go nuts. Did you have to call the state police?
I thought I was going to have to call the cops, and then the buyer threatened to go like, "Screw you! I'm not going to come to. I'm not closing. I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute. You have a chunk of deposit. You can do whatever you want to do, but you ain't getting money back."
Right. And all you're seeing is a sail slipping through the cracks.
I'm worried about my sellers. So I mean, it was one of my sellers. It wasn't even a house that we had built.
You're not gonna. I'm about to lose my Pennsylvania shit. Kevin Sockwell's in the back office. He's adjusting his camera right now.
Awesome. That's going to be awesome.
All right, let's just build this up a little bit. How long have I been asking for Kevin Sockwell to come on the Big Daddy Roadshow Friday Night Free for All? Like, how long?
Since I introduced you to him on the show.
Right. And I was thinking, let me just tell you what I was thinking. And I probably was thinking completely wrong, but that's how our brains work. I'm thinking, well, maybe Kevin doesn't think I'm much of a motorcycle guy because I gave up riding because I had to put my bike down when I had a 750 Virago. Remember the Yamaha Virago?
I don't think that's the case. Kevin's a great family man, and Kevin likes to spend a lot of time with his family, which, you know what? That's very honorable, that's very loyal, and that's how it should be.
Well and good, but I mean, at the 8th to 12th month mark, I think it's time to come on the show and talk motorcycles. So we're going to get rid of this logo, and we'll bring him live on the Big Daddy Roadshow. Uncle Bruno.
Put my motorcycle up there. Did you take a shot? Yeah.
No, I didn't take a picture of your Corvette being parked for the winter either, doll. I'm going to bring this guy.
That was stuck in a trailer. Stuck in a trailer.
Listen to me. I'll bring that picture up if you behave, but I'm not even talking to this son of a bitch. You take care of this interview. It's Uncle Bruno talking with Kevin Sockwell from The Grind. Here they go.
Hey, Kevin. You know he's just busting your balls, all right? So don't worry about it.
Yes. How do I get all this stuff off the screen?
You're trying to get you. Yeah. I think you just tap on the left-hand side. You should get rid of all of the comments.
Oh, yeah. There we go. We're good.
Yeah. Okay. So now you're good. So at any rate, yeah. So you had drama in bike build number 3, and too bad. But like you said, maybe it brought more viewers to the grind page.
Yeah, I did. It was all good. Where's Tom at? Why is he hiding?
He's hiding right now. He'll come back. He'll come on when he's ready. So, any rate, so you've seen the builds.
Who said I wasn't here, guys? Who said I wasn't here? Just because
we didn't say you weren't here. We didn't say you weren't here.
Doesn't mean I'm not here, Sockwell. Listen, what I'd like to do is pitch your show and have fun with Uncle Bruno. You don't get to talk to me until, I don't know, maybe I'll wait like a year or so.
Touche, my friend, touche.
Listen, if he goes to Galveston, no, I'm going because I got friends in Comanche, Texas, and Dallas, Texas. We need to get to Texas, Uncle Bruno. Maybe not this year, definitely next year. I have some kind of curse, Kevin. I can't get on the road. I named my show The Road Show, and I've only made it to Brooklyn. That's as far Brooklyn and Philadelphia, but I don't want to talk about that because it involved the psychiatric hospital. Anyway,
well, so But man, yeah, thank you for having me on here. I apologize it's taken so long, but Bruno kind of hit the nail on the head. Dude, working a full-time job, I never expected this show to take off like this. I didn't. Uh, but working a full-time job, doing the custom motorcycle seats, getting into the bike building side of it, me personally building bikes now, doing the build off, commentating the build offs, doing the interview, just everything involved. It is so taxing. I mean, I told my wife I'm going to slow down next year because it ate up so much time, and there's so many things I had to miss out on this year. Not just family related stuff. I mean, a lot of other stuff that I had to miss out on. Just the stuff that keeps your mind sane. You know what I'm saying? So I have to slow it down a little bit. Try to get some people to help.
I want to give you props. Your guys with the cameras and yourself have come a long way with your shows. You remember when you first did it, I think you were like me when I first started doing my show. You don't know where to put the camera. But when we're watching your bike shows, we want to see the builds. I want to see the little intricate parts. I want to see the close-ups of the seat detail. And you really did come a long way. So shout out to you for the Grind Biker Build-Off. I think you're doing a great job. But, yeah, all these shows, people don't realize they take hours and hours to produce. It's crazy.
Yeah, and that's the funny thing about my show is there's no production behind it. I literally grab my phone and push go live. And it's funny because I've thought about it a lot. Like with your show right here, it's so easy to hit that Be Live app, add it on, and you instantly go to the show. I have to find something to make my show better.
Listen to this. I was just reading about this Be Live software. You can actually have someone else now producing the show where you would, if you could have multiple cameras and somebody else could be pushing the button what cameras to put up on the screen. I'm not ready for that either, but that would be perfect for your show if you had 2 or 3 people at the site where the person building the bike wouldn't even need to hold the camera, That would be something you might want to look into. We do have some kind of, I think if I get 3 people to try it for free for 30 days, I get like some magic genie comes out of a bottle and I get something for free. I don't know, maybe a Christmas tree or something. But
they send you a Be Live sticker.
Yeah, he sent me a sticker for my road case, but I don't know. You know what's sad? I'm looking for the Grind Biker Build-Off to get some graphics up on the screen, and nothing's. I don't know what the hell. Why would this? Oh, wait a minute. Here's a great picture. You made the cover of a magazine here. What's going on with this thing? I'm going to put that up on the screen in 1 second. This is pretty cool.
Talk about that. I didn't make the cover. The 2 builders made the cover. They just were nice enough to put my logo with them.
Yeah, I like the bike on the left-hand side. That other one, boy,
the Grind Build-Off number 4, these 2 builders are obviously, these guys are legends in their fields and maybe in their own minds, but they have gotten some friends that have done some great video editing, which has been awesome.
Oh, yeah.
The bios, the video edited bios, that was fabulous. That needs to be done in Building Off number 5 so that you get to know the biker. Warren did an awesome job. Obviously, Barnyard Baggers he's definitely a character. So you guys are gonna have a great time. You guys are gonna have a great time with those guys. Yeah, that's awesome. There's the Grind number 4. The guy on the left-hand side is Warren Veasley, and the guy on the right is Brian.
Where'd you guys go, Joel?
Say his last name, Kevin.
Uncle Bruno. Kevin's losing his shit. He thinks we dumped him. We didn't dump you, Kevin. No, you were just talking over Uncle Bruno.
We moved him.
No, it's this software is
Brad Konar and Warren Veasley.
Hey, yes. Kevin, let me ask you, since you're big into the bikes. Now, my story is this. I should have gotten right back on the bike the next day, but I didn't. I used to ride around country roads in Pennsylvania, up mountains, down mountains. I used to jump little ramps like Evel Knievel. And one day an old man pulled out in front of me. He was literally 92 years old. I had to put the bike down. Thank God I was wearing jeans because I was famous for wearing shorts. I would have ripped all the skin off my leg. The bike stopped about 3 inches from the car in a very busy intersection. I drove the bike home with my hands shaking, and I'm not on video, so you didn't see my hand shaking, but just picture my hand shaking. So I literally get the bike back up. It's all scratched. It was custom painted to match my business's car. And I come home, and I threw the bike down on the front lawn. And the Airborne Express guy came and said, "What's with the bike on the front lawn?" And I said, "Do you want to buy it?" And he said, "Yeah." And I sold it. So I should have gotten right back on the horse, but now as I'm older, I have a bad back, so I was thinking trike, maybe a trike. So why don't you guys make a trike? That would be really cool. But do you think I should? I mean, I don't know if I don't know if my back can hold the weight. I'm sure the bikes are getting lighter. Are they getting lighter than the old days?
No, no, it's going to be really hard to get lighter than the old days. I mean, because hell, they tore everything off of them. You were sitting on a frame and a motor and two wheels.
Right.
But the biggest thing for you to do is get a soft tail and get one as low as possible to the ground so that you're not struggling on your tippy toes or something.
No, I'm 6'4". I'm not struggling on my tippy toes. I need a monster. I need a big bike. I'm 6'4", and you can't put me on a little bike. That'll just look silly.
Yeah, well, then what you need to do is getting a trike would be really, really cool. Did you guys see the post they put up there? Somebody built Shaq a trike.
Yes.
I did not. I did not see that. By the way, how you doing, Kevin? I was only kidding. Peace. Live with you now.
It's more of a chopper style trike, but it's really nice. Whomever built it did a great job. You would probably fare really well something like that with a rear air ride suspension, and possibly do a 4-link rear end on it. Franken Trikes actually makes a good 4-link rear end for motorcycles. They're a little pricey, but at the end of the day, man, if you're going to build something that you actually want to ride with the back issues and stuff that you might have.
No, Kevin. I'm not going to. I might get my friend Dave, who has a very famous motorcycle that's been on covers of magazines. I think it's called like Gravedigger. I could be wrong, though. But if you're watching, he would be a guy I would maybe try and build a bike with, but I don't have any skills in that department whatsoever. I would love to make some of the custom metal cuts I see you guys making, but a lot of people buy the pieces from companies, right? Like the special tricks and accessories. But I like the guys that make them themselves. I like the custom guys. That's what I would like on a grinder, to be able to cut my own metal. Give me a plasma cutter and a grinder and let me polish my own steel. I would like to do some accessories. That's where I would come in. But building a bike, now, we have friends, Nancy Weems and her boys. They're quite famous in the what's the bikes they work on? Indian?
They work on the old Triumphs. They work on the old Triumphs and the old school Bonnievilles and the.
Kevin, you really should get connected with these two boys. I'm telling you, in the bike world, I think you guys would network perfectly. You might be able to help each other out with the different products they work on. But you should see the Triumphs that these boys just found in a garage, and they were paid to bring them back to life. And you should see them come back to life. It's like Resurrection Day. It's amazing. I
might reach out to Nancy then and see if we can't do something like that.
Yeah, or see if. Oh, we lost him. Down. We have a biker down. A biker down on the Spaghetti Road Show. So listen, this is a Friday night free for all. So let's just ask you. This is a free-for-all show, so give us a topic you want to talk about. Forget the motorcycles for just a second. What's going on in Texas?
Okay, so you can't really get rid of the motorcycles. I don't have anything. I have no expertise in anything else. But we got Brian Barber and his wife Heather are now Texans. So
yes, how close are they to you?
Without knowing their exact address, about 4.5 to 5 hours.
Oh, so that's not bad.
No, not at all. And the cool thing is I bought his frame machine and jigs and all that stuff. So,
did you buy that stuff? Good. So what's he? So is he retooling a brand new shop? Is that what's going to happen with him?
I really hate doing this. Hello, Carla. How you doing?
No, if you don't want to say anything, I'll ask him myself. I mean, I'm pretty good friends with him now, so.
I think what he's going to do is after 20 plus years of doing it, I think he got to the point where he just wants no more responsibility. He wants to be able to get a paycheck, go home at 5 o'clock, and just live his life, which by all means, everybody was like, oh, he's going out of business. He's going out of business. He didn't go out of business. He decided to shut down 7 states in Ohio. That's all he did. He didn't go out of business. Y'all are crazy. Everybody's crazy if they think he's done building bikes. He's just going to go at it in a different direction this time.
Yeah.
A direction he's not as stressed and is not, and I hate to say this, but you got to pay that mortgage somehow. And, when you're in a bike builder, you're chasing that dollar paint jobs, fabrication, bike builds, tune-ups, oil changes, whatever you can get to keep the doors open. And that's what I was talking to everybody about the last couple of weeks is it's really hard to be a bike builder. Not because, it's hard to build a bike, but because it's hard to keep the customers in there. Every time you build a bike, it's got to be better than the last one. It's just a lot of stuff to keep going. And I get it. When he told me he was thinking about shutting it down and coming to Texas, I was just like, holy crap, this is going to be awesome. Now I've got somebody that can work with me, teach me stuff, and keep it going. But I can say this, I'm not going to pester him for anything for at least 6 months. I'm going to let him get down here.
Yeah, he has to get his life going. But you have to, if you pack your shop refrigerator full of libations, he will show up.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's what I miss about my friends with the bikes.
Every garage has to have a shop refrigerator.
Absolutely.
Just sitting around bullshitting with the guys in the garage. That's what I miss. But sadly, I remember, Bruno, I told you about my friend growing up. He always wanted a Harley. God bless Dave. Dave was such a great friend in this old coal mining town, and he wanted this Harley his whole life. He finally gets the Harley in the winter. He gets it like January or February. He takes it out on the road early before he puts any of his accessories on it, and you know what? It just unbelievable. So we lost Dave, but he got to go. He finally got his Harley, I don't cry much, but guys like Dave, I miss being in his garage when he was tinkering on the old Ford Pinto. It was like he used to have this little hatchback Pinto with a stereo system, always grinding with Alice Cooper on the stereo, And they actually had a wood shop. He was more into wood shop, but they would do their own custom work, and I miss that. We don't have that in this small town anymore, but that's what you guys still have that. And there's a lot of fun sitting in a garage with the guys or ladies today. I see ladies riding motorcycles more than ever. So,
oh yeah. Speaking of that, let's parlay into that. Kevin, you were trying to find a couple of lady builders, and what's up with that?
And so, can we have them wear bikinis on the show? I'm asking for a friend.
Well,
not politically correct. It's the Friday Night Free.
Dude, I was saying, you're dealing with bikers. I mean, that's clean compared to a lot of the other stuff.
Right.
So I have contacted 2 females. They're not independent builders of their own, but they are part of a couple of big builders in the industry. And I'm trying to work the details out of getting a girl versus girl build off.
Cool.
Girl versus girl. I like it. And then we can get a girl versus guy. And then we almost
had that.
We can have like a Jello competition or something. We can do Jello wrestling.
No. You have to get to the rallies for all that. Just get to the rallies for all that, Big Daddy.
What happens at the rally stays at the rallies.
Stays at the rallies.
Yeah.
I survived the Pocono infield at the Pocono Raceway during the 70s and 80s. I think I can handle anything you guys could bring up. But
hey, I live, as I said, I live in the oldest, well, I don't live in the town, but I'm only like 5 minutes, 10 minutes away. But Laconia is the oldest biker rally. And in the heyday, when I was younger, in the 15, 16 range and riding motorcycles, if you rode anything other than a Harley, these guys would kick you off the side of the road. They'd kick the bike and they'd light it on fire on the side of the road back in the old days.
Right. Yeah, that sounds like the 70s.
And that's the truth right there. That is a massive truth, because I have a lot of guys today, right now, they'll call me, hey, man, I got a seat I want you to do. It's not a Harley. And I'm like, dude, do you realize we're in, 2019? It doesn't matter anymore what the name tag is on the side of that bike.
Correct. Nowadays, bikers are bikers.
So do you know why it's shifted from all Harley with, just respect for Harleys and nothing else?
I think back in the early days, a lot of those were Vietnam vets and people coming back, and these guys were riding, especially Jap bikes. You notice a lot of the Japanese bikes, these guys would torch them along the side of the road.
Yes, but do you know why the metric bikes and other bikes are acceptable now?
No, I don't. Then I don't know that answer.
It is very, very simple, and I'll tell you why. So what happened is there was a guy, I don't know his name, it could have been a friend of y'all's for all I know. He couldn't afford a Harley, but he was real good at customizing stuff. So he took a metric bike and customized it. And when people saw it, because there were no badges on it, they were like, man, what is that? And he would never tell them. It was just a custom bike. You know what I'm saying? And that was in the 60s. Now, fast forward about 7 or 8 years, my dad, God rest his soul, he had a Honda. And I posted the picture of him. He had long red hair, big old, handlebar mustache, and he looks high as fuck. And he's sitting on this Honda chopper that's just, I mean, God, man, that thing was beautiful. But it's in the living room of his apartment.
Yeah.
It was guys like that building Hondas and, the metric bikes, making them look so custom that people were like, dude, what is that? And they would lie. They would just say it's a custom. So the evolution of building custom bikes is why Hondas and metrics and all these other bikes are so acceptable now, because the work that they do with them and the customization of them now, you can't tell it away from any other bike. You have to actually be a bike builder and know the motor configurations.
To know what it is, right.
To know what you're looking at.
Right.
Well, Nancy Weems, just to break in, Nancy Weems used to work in her husband's shop along with her boys, and she literally would do a lot of the maintenance herself. She will discuss, how getting some of the parts for the Japanese bikes and whatnot were taking forever. So the bike would sit in the shop and wait for the part and cost all kinds of money to get the part to them. But when it comes to Triumph, I think they're one of the few people in the country that really know their business with the Triumph bikes. I was saying Indian, but now you're making me wish I could remember all the movies she just turned me on to, because I've always liked motorcycles. But I also like muscle cars, but I didn't do anything but change spark plugs, maybe a rear end here and there, nothing major. I didn't do the whole car. I never took it down to the frame. Same thing with bikes. Not everybody wants to be a builder. That's why I guess builders make bikes for people, Now, my question for you, Kevin, is why are these bikes are like $75,000 and $60,000? Is it that much work? Is it that much work to put these bikes together?
So just to let you know, so if you've seen the show, you've seen me. I've walked around my blue bagger.
Yeah.
The Twisted King.
Blue baggers, that's beautiful. Yeah.
Okay.
That's
so realistically, I can show you receipts, and I can actually, I didn't have a time clock or anything like that, but I kept up with time. So that blue bagger has $42,000 in cash into that bike.
Wow.
Now, that's a lot of money, but you got to remember that every single part that's on that bike, except for the wheels, the motor, you know what I'm saying? Every hard part on that bike I handmade. Okay. I don't have, the fact that I work out of my house, I'm not a dealer for anybody. So I paid full retail price for every single piece that I had to buy. Now, if you look at that whole entire bike, that's a lot of real estate. A fairing, front fender, chin spoiler, tank, dash, side covers, bags, lids, fender. In order to make those parts, I actually ended up buying 21 gallons of Bondo to make those parts.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
I remember watching. Excuse me to break in, but I remember watching you saying too, you were doing it with not the best machinery. You were doing it with
all by hand.
Yeah, not like some of the shops have like you said, the pipe benders and all that.
That's right.
Pretty impressive looking bike when you think about how you built it with what you had.
Well, then you have to think about like something as small as the speaker grills. I had 4 6x9s on it. If you look at the speaker grills, they look just like the wheels, and they're all back drilled, so there's no bolts from the top. So they're just sitting there, and everything bolts from the inside out. So just to get those made was almost $4,000.
Now, do you run them bikes in like shows? Do you like go for trophies with that bike? And how's it?
I did. For the first year, I put that bike in every show I could put it in, and it never got beat the first year.
And to hide the bolts there's something to that for the shows, I assume. So it doesn't.
Well, no, it was my own vanity because I had seen enough of the bikes around, and you got to remember, I built that bike at the end of 2013 and all through 2014. So that was. I don't want to say at the beginning of the bagger build, but was
that your first build?
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's a pretty damn
Was it-
good bike for a first build.
How extreme you could go. So back in 2013, 2014, a 26, that was the big wheel.
Yeah, that was
You know,
a big wheel. Exactly.
Here-
Now these guys are pushing 30, 32.
Here's a great
You know,
question.
I think it's funny they skipped right over 28s. They just skipped right over it.
You went right
You know.
up.
But
Would
when you do the math on the money you spend for parts, and then the chroming and powder coating and engine gasket sets, the turning of the heads, rebuilding forks, there's so many parts you actually can't make that you have to buy. Then there's parts that you do make. Now, if you were to go across the country and find a happy medium of what a labor rate would be at a Harley shop, a custom shop, or something like that, you're gonna come in somewhere between $75 and $100 is what I would guess.
Yep.
Now, me doing it, my labor rate was only $45 an hour. That's what it was.
Hey, speaking of Brian Barbara, he found us.
Listen, I would love to have Brian come up and talk about his bike. Listen, even though you had the drama with that competition, those two bikes were so slamming. I would get.
Hey, wait a minute. Yeah, wait a minute.
Here's a second. I want to bring that up. I'm going to bring that up.
Brian spent more money on tires on the side of the road than he did on his bike.
I remember watching that live. That was a big. I thought that was your best show because of the drama. I know that you didn't want the drama, but as a viewer, I'm like going, damn, these poor guys can't even get to the damn competition. If you would have had a camera crew recording that whole episode and all the drama, you would have had
you would have won awards.
TV Sunday show. That show, if it was produced and had multiple cameras and different camera crews, you would have had something that would have rivaled Orange County and all those other bike shows. Because me and Bruno were talking off the air. We were like, "What the hell's going on now?" And Bruno's like, "Well, they got tires shredded on the side of the highway," and I'm like checking out the show. I was watching. I just didn't. I'm too busy building my own shows, so you know the drill. You got to stick with what you're doing.
Well, see, and the funny thing is that I was in constant communication with both guys. But anyway, let me finish my other story real quick, and then I'm going to tell you that.
Don't even cover that. Let the people go and look at your show because they're going to look at your old shows too. Go look at all of Kevin's grind builder bike or biker build off. Right, the grind.
Yeah, they have up to 3 so far.
Biker build off.
Look at all the old shows. It's worth it. You're going to see some really cool builds, and the winners are just phenomenal. So go ahead, Kevin. Go back to your. I didn't mean to cut you off.
That's okay. So my whole point was that you had $42,000 in materials, paint jobs, stuff that I couldn't physically do. Okay. Then you have labor, and the labor for that bike was $30,000 at a $45 an hour labor rate.
And there you go, $70,000. That's my answer right there.
That's right. Now that that's said and done with, that's why they cost so much. Now back to that third build off and why it went so awry. It went wrong because I was so nervous about having builders. I was having a hard time finding the Joes. Mr. Toth reached out to me, and I've still got the messages. Hey man, what would it take to get on your show? This whole thing, and I mean, he was just pursuing me big time. Well, I let him on there. I told him what the rules were. Everybody knows there's no handwritten rules here. You know, I don't have it because I can't stick in your shop.
Listen, I liked his bike a lot. It was so hard to vote. I know you had even the thing with the voting online versus live. I liked everything you did in the end. I thought it was super fair, and it was so close that the kids should have just been like so proud to be even in that league. So I just chalk it up to a young guy. He's young. He doesn't know a lot of these young kids. You know, we were young once.
He's not young.
Well, he's young enough. He's not. I could see you're getting some grays in your beard. I could tell. He's not old like us. How old is he? All right. Let me ask you. How old was he?
I want to say he was 43.
Oh my God! No, was he? Okay, that's different. Then screw that. Are you kidding me? He was 43.
No, I'm not. But here and again, the camera sitting here with the camera. You don't look as old on film or on these phones as you actually are. Just like me. I mean, if I shave, get rid of all the gray, keep my baseball cap on, I can look in my 30s.
Yeah.
But we both know I'm 50. It's just that's what it is.
I thought he was
But my whole point is that
I'm 5'8".
There you go. Making it look good too. But the reality is that and Brian, let me tell you a little something about Brian. Brian is such a good guy, and the fact that Brian had to endure what Steven put him through, that's what really got me. Is that you had a guy all the way up to the last second offering up anything he could do to help you. Anything.
Listen,
and you're sitting on it.
Kevin, let me break in here and just tell my audience what Kevin's talking about here, folks, is he has a series called The Grind Biker Build-Off, where he has the pros versus the Joes, a typical guy in a one-stall garage doing a biker build-off. This professional you're talking about, Brian Barber, I loved on the show. I thought he was also fair with the whole thing. He was actually trying to get people to look at the kid's bike when the kid wouldn't even be promoting his own entry.
He was He was offering up. I tried to get photos of the other kid's bike.
I was asking for photos. I promoted that show on my show. I was saying, what I need close-ups. I need to see the details in both of these bikes. It was like pulling teeth. And I know we had people on my show voting online, and then I don't know if it was scrubbed, but ridiculous. The bottom line is that there's always going to be a winner and a loser, and I don't know what. I know it came down to was the one guy there at the right time. But listen, if you got somebody broken down on the side of the highway taking that kind of distance and taking off of work, give me a break. If it's a car accident or something like that, you got to have. But that's the devil's in the details. So now you got to write up all these rules that if there's somebody broken down on the side of the highway, give them a break.
Well, see, and that's the thing with Steven is I gave Steven the opportunity, hey, you can win right now by default because Brian can't get here on time. You can win right now. You take the trophy's sitting right here, you can have it, you win, the show's over with. And he said, nah, man, I'll just wait for him. And from the moment he said, I'll just wait for him, that was it. That's when everything went to shit because he just had such a horrible attitude. And the funny thing is, Brian told him the same thing. They were in communication while Brian was still getting there. And that's what made me mad is that, you had an opportunity that you could have won. You had an opportunity that you could have been gracious. You had an opportunity to come out looking so good.
Yeah.
And literally, when he was talking to the other pro builders that were there to support the show, look at the bikes, find out who he was, he shit on those guys too. I mean, he was just from the second they introduced themselves, that he was just like, yeah, this is bullshit. This is a joke. It's all rigged. And these guys are like, dude, don't be mad, man. You're here. You're getting to meet everybody in the industry that's here. You're getting to meet these guys. You're getting to be in front of these guys. Why are you mad? Why didn't you stay here at the show and promote your bike? Brian wasn't there. You got a whole advantage of promoting your bike and telling them your story and how I don't want to win that way. You could have made yourself look like fucking Cinderella, and you chose to look like the damn frog.
Right. Lost respect from a lot of bike builders.
And the bike was cool looking. So that was the real bummer. The bike, even the whole thing just went down the gutter. It was horrible.
Yeah.
But it made for a good show. I'm sorry.
It did.
Let's face it.
It made for a great show.
Sadly, that's what people want is that kind of drama. So indirectly, he gave you a great show. So
absolutely.
You need your next bike to catch on fire right when they start it up.
Don't jinx anybody like that. That shit would happen.
No, you got to get Evil Iron Customs for that. They are famous for flames out of the tailpipes.
Oh yeah.
You have to think about my local bike builder, Death Row Bikes. They have some pretty cool builds.
Mr. Frank Stancato.
Yes, and he's right down the road, Route 309, down in Drums, Pennsylvania.
That's right.
I am not in the bracket of money anymore to be able to have them build me a bike, or I would. But Tommy Tito, you're also, and Dave Stewart, you were biker friends of mine, and Dave works down there at Death Row. Dave Stewart, you might have even talked to him on the telephone. But Brian Barber, is Brian Barber my friend? I don't know if I ever badgered him, but I don't like to go to other shows and steal people's talent and stuff. But Brian, if you friend request me, I'll get you the link to BeLive.tv, and you can come up. I'll go take a piss break, and you three can talk bikes. I'd love to listen.
My question is to Kevin. So how long is it going to take Brian Barber to be a Texan?
Oh, he'll never be a Texan.
I'll put it to you like this. When he is accustomed to going and getting barbecue from a gas station, he'll be a Texan. He's accustomed to it when it's no big deal to him anymore. Up until then, he's not a Texan.
Oh my God, that was a good one.
I want to get him a sticker for his car or his truck or whatever that says, "I wasn't born in Texas, but I got here as fast as I could."
You probably have a sticker like that. Actually, you should make them with the grind logo on them.
I tell you what, man, it was awesome. And that's the cool thing is that, everybody's saying the drama brought a lot of people, and it did. It really, really did. But the cool thing is that if you look at the videos now of Warren and Brad, those videos are hitting some really high numbers right now. So it's apparently good and bad drama actually makes for a good show. That stagnant stuff, like what me and Dave did, that didn't make for good numbers. The second one between the Mike Wilcoxon and Mike Campbell and Don, that one did okay. It did pretty good. So happy about that.
But Warren and like you said before on the grind, Warren and Brad get together and ride. I mean, these guys, one of the big things is that these guys will help each other no matter what happens, no matter who wins. These guys were excited to do this. They're coming to Galveston. They're going to have you're going to have a freaking great time. I mean, like I said, I'm trying to figure out how the hell to make this happen. So, because I think that's going to be off the hook party. You got Brian Barber there now. Jesus Christ. He's definitely going to show up.
I love it. There's some people out there, and I don't even know who these people are, but I will say this. I know one of them are all, Brian's closing his shop down because he drank himself out of business. And I was thinking.
Haters. The haters are always going to be there saying shit.
Brian's one of the only guys I know that can drink till 4 o'clock in the morning and then get up at 6, and be fully kick-ass ready to go, I found out firsthand.
Nothing wrong with that. My father could do a couple of gallons of homemade wine, and he'd be out of the 5 o'clock next morning on the road to go to work and come back at 6 o'clock at night and drink 2 gallons of wine and do it again.
Hell yeah. I can't do that. If I have one beer after work, I'm sleeping till noon.
So, no, that
Hey,
so
guys,
anyway.
can you still hear me, Uncle Bruno?
I can. We can hear you.
Playing with the software here. I just sent the link to Brian Barber. Let's give him a second and see if he can figure out how to go with BeLive.tv.
If he can get it.
We'll get you guys talking some motorcycles because I know my friends in this area. Kevin, I've been pumping your show. I'm telling you. You got to go East Coast. We can get something brewing over here with one of the guys.
I want you guys to come. You got to get East Coast because I want you guys to come to Laconia. Matter of fact, if you guys want to come and ride to Laconia, you guys look me up. I'll get you hooked up around here. So,
well, I actually reached out to Frank Stancato during my build off, and I was like, dude, I'd love to have you in one of these. And I've tried for 15 years to get Frank to Galveston. Wow. And I cannot get him here. I don't know why.
He's got a beautiful shop. It's right off the Route 80, maybe a mile off of Route 80 and on Route 309, major highways. And the window's filled with beautiful bikes. I mean, unbelievably beautiful custom motorcycles. And I've been in
that dude is an insane custom bike builder. That dude is amazing.
You got to go talk to him. You got to talk to him.
If you want to bike in Northeast Pennsylvania or the tri-state area, you got to go check out Death Row. I'm telling you, they're hot.
I met Frank Stancato in 2004 at the Cincinnati Dealer Show.
Wow.
We have history. We have stories.
And I'll tell them to watch this show because, like I said, I'm a window watcher. What I would be doing if I would, again, I'm not a builder and I'm not going to claim to be something I'm not. I don't do that. But I would be at your show literally looking at every little detail and still, even though I'm not doing it, asking, how did you do that? What did you do to make that one little piece? Why did you add that little element? And here's a question for you, Kevin. When do you know your art is done? Do you ever look at the bike and go, it needs something else, or is there a time where you go, it's done? Like,
okay,
hard to know.
That is a damn good question. So here's the deal. So, and I'll give you a little preface to this, is everybody gives Paul Jr. such a hard time because he builds theme bikes. But here's the deal. Every single bike I've ever built is a theme bike. It had to have that theme, or I would have been just going in any direction with it. So you ask, how do you know when you're done? So what? I don't draw like Chip Foose. I can't make renderings like the Martin Brothers. I can't do all that shit. So what I do is I sit down and I look at the bike and I ask the customer, what color do you want this thing? You know, I want it blues. Okay, like Tesla. Tesla's a great example. All he told me is blue is my favorite color. I want a big wheel in the front and I want it to be badass. That's all I got. Oh, and I'm an electrician, so it's got to have something to do with electricity. I beat myself up for 2 weeks thinking, man, and I even told the customer, I was like, dude, I am not putting fucking lightning bolts on your bike. It ain't happening. You know, but it took me 2 weeks to figure out a theme just so I could go in a direction to make things. But basically, when I figured out it's Tesla, the bike is Nikolai Tesla. It's not electricity, but right. Nikolai Tesla is the father of electricity, right. You know? So when I started doing stuff, well, Nikolai Tesla doesn't have an image that you can associate with Nikolai Tesla, but that damn Tesla car does. So I used the logo, the T from the Tesla car, but I used everything about Nikolai Tesla from the paint job. So it was a mixture. So when you look at the bike and you start building, you basically just make a list. Okay, we're going to do the front wheel. We're going to do the back wheel. We're going to paint it like this. We're going to do some work to the gas tank. We're going to do some work to the seat, or, you know, let's do a cool exhaust, a new motor mount. You make this list of stuff and then you just start building it. And while you're building it, other things will pop up. But you never get so far off task that you end up like, I was never going to reinvent the rear swing arm. That wasn't going to happen. So right. I knew it was going to have an air ride system, but I didn't know at the time. You know what I'm saying? It took me building it, figuring out what I was going to do. You literally could take a lifetime to build a perfect bike if you decided to do that. And that's where I feel like a lot of builders get in trouble, is they don't put a theme behind the bike. They build the bike with a set amount of parts, and then they put a paint job on it, and that's that custom bike.
It's like getting a good tattoo. You want to know what you're putting on your body because it's going to be there for a good while. So you got to know. You don't want to go into it half.
And when you delivered Tesla, the guy was very emotional. You hit the nail on the head, even though you said it took you 2 weeks to figure out exactly how you were going to finish that bike.
Absolutely, but it took a lot of talking to him in the beginning, and then it may piss him off. But it took a lot of talking to his wife behind his back.
Yes, she had a lot to do with it. I remember you saying that afterwards.
Absolutely. And in order to, because I can't ask him directly every single detail, or he'll end up figuring out what every detail is.
Yeah, you want a surprise. You have to have a surprise. That's correct. Right.
So, and see, that's like Warren Vesley when he was doing Samson for the build-off. When he first did that, he caught me off guard. It was all on him. He just jumped in there and called out Barnyard and PJ, and I was like, "What, dude? I've already got a build-off booked. What are you doing?" So he ended up. There you go. That's Steven's bike.
That's a lot, yeah.
But so he ended up telling me. He said, "Well, you know, I need to go do something that doesn't exist right now," and that's when he decided to do a Pro Street with a 26. And at that time, I was like, it does exist. I built that bike a year ago. And he's like, what? I was like, well, apparently you weren't paying attention to the first build off, but yeah. And so he has a Pro Street, like a hot rod version of what my bike is. And when he didn't tell me exactly what his theme was, but when he started to do it, he knew that he was going to be doing, wait, you've got the wrong seat with the wrong bike.
No, he's got the Sinners and Saints. That's just a photo from Sinners and Saints, one of his bikes.
Oh, I was about to say, whew, you fit to get Brian Barber on your show. But anyway, so when he started his bike, he had a vision in his head of what he was going to build. We all know that he built that, you know, I think he built his frame. And he cut it up and he did what he was going to do. Then he built his own gas tank because in his mind, he knew what he was looking for. So Samson was born or was thought of before. Now, the paint job and the seat and the wheels, that may have been thought out as he was building it. That's another thing you wanted to get him like. He'll be able to hook you up and tell you all about how he went through the process.
He's got some badass wheels. That's a bike you need to see in person.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Photos are not going to do that bike justice.
Absolutely. No. And it's beautiful. It really is. But yeah, even like I'll tell you one of my favorite bikes, and I already know what the next biker build off's going to be, and then I'm pretty sure what the one after that's going to be, and then I'm pretty sure what the one from 1 year from now is going to be. But when I looked at Brian's bike, Quit Your Bitchin' is just one of those bikes that's really cool. Hi, Renee.
Hey, Renee.
That he did to it and the ways that he did it, really, in my mind, that is a true custom chopper. I mean, there's just no way around it. Oh my God.
Yeah, he's one of our resident comedians.
When you look back, and when you look back over the history of bike building, what Brian built in my mind is a true chopper, and he did the frame. I mean, he made the frame. I don't know the whole story behind the wheels, but I think he actually had someone make his wheels, and they're not CNC machined. Those are handmade wheels.
Yeah.
What's up, Kickstand?
Yeah, Kickstand.
Word's getting out, Kevin. You finally hit the Big Daddy Roadshow. This is sweet. It only took him about a year and a half, people. Don't sweat it. Kevin's busy. I love you, Kevin. Seriously, we do love your show. I'm not kidding you. Me and Bruno talk about your show all the time. Bruno sends me all the lives. I wish I had the time to watch and sit and watch every one of them, but I can't.
I keep sending them to him so he watches them after the fact. I just keep sending him the links.
So next Thursday's Halloween, and I can't go live Halloween. My wife will cut my head off. So I'm going live Wednesday night.
Bruno told me we should go live from the biker rallies because, as you can see, all the biker people are jumping on the show, Uncle Bruno. Check it out. It's pretty cool.
I know that.
I do.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
Yeah, well, everybody needs to watch this show. This show, I sneak in here sometimes and watch y'all shows, and
my show's stupid.
I love some of the topics and shit.
Stupid. So it's serious one night, then it's stupid. It's stupid in the beginning, it's serious at the end. My show covers everything. There's nothing we don't cover.
Hey, Tom, Kickstand wants to know what your show is, so he can start watching it.
My show's stupid. Just watch it. It's just dumb. But you're never going to know what we're talking about. You could come to this show, and like tonight we're talking about biker builds, and next week we're talking about Nikolai Tesla. I'm going to show you a graphic. We're trying to find people who were abducted. I want to do a space alien show. So if anybody's been abducted, we're looking for you. We raise money. We're always supporting our troops. If you're in the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, or Merchant Marines, we love you. We just raised $300 lickety split for my Veterans Elks Committee.
24 hours.
Here's the graphic. We cover it all. We're like Coast to Coast AM, but on steroids or drugs or something. Prescription medication. Prescription.
Hey, Kickstand, the name of the show is the Big Daddy Roadshow.
Roadshow.
That's what it's called.
Yeah, you haven't heard of it? What are you, living under a rock? Kickstand? Come on, get with the program.
I plug it on Kevin's shows. I usually put the hashtag BDRS.
Absolutely.
First of all, we should get together and we should give Uncle Bruno a cake with a trophy for just promoting all our shows because nobody is better at promoting shit.
I'm good. I'm good. Kevin's already talking about a T-shirt, a special T-shirt. They were trying to make my name. They were trying to figure out a name for me.
I got a tie-dye guy making a special tie-dye for Uncle Bruno because he's always wearing these sports polo shirts, and the tie-dye guy wants him in a tie-dye. So
that's funny because I was actually seeing him on a 2.5 Men bowling shirt.
He'd pull it off.
Hey, the bikers wear the bowling shirts with their logos on it. That's a cool thing.
Right. That's right.
We are at the shop now, with Zippy about to get down on her last coat of clear. So he's working on the bike.
Nice.
So this guy, Kickstand has been a pretty big supporter of the show for a while, and I was in.
Where's he located? If you don't mind saying.
Kansas City, Missouri.
Okay.
So I I see this guy, and he's just eyeballing the crap out of me. And I'm thinking, man, this dude's pretty freaking big. I hope he's not one of the people that's mad at me. And he waits patiently while I'm talking to everybody. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he just walks up. He's like, "Oh my God, Kevin, so good to meet you, dude. I'm such a big fan of your show. Blah 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 blah. I got to show you my bike. I got to show you." And I'm thinking, you don't know me yet, do you? Because you're actually treating me like I'm somebody. Well, it turns out, man, Kickstand is one hell of a badass bike builder. He doesn't bullshit. I mean, this guy, when I think of bike builders, Kickstand, boom, right at the top of the list. Because he actually does it, and he's so passionate about it. And the cool thing is, Zippy, his wife, is right there with him. She's right there helping, doing everything she can. I think he told me she welds, she paints, she assembles. I mean, she does all of it.
Kevin, can you hear me?
That's awesome.
Absolutely.
All right, real quick, Kevin, don't stop your passion. You know, I'm going to tell you a story, and Uncle Bruno will back me up. Our friends from the IT Crew, these guys are some really good music producers, right? And they're also with some serious actors in New York City. They invited me to Brooklyn. And I go out to Brooklyn, and it turned out that a lot of the people wanted us to meet me. And I was like, it totally blew my mind because I wasn't, I just have this silly little internet show. You don't want to just keep doing you, and you're not the kind of guy that's going to act like a big shot, big snot. And I certainly wasn't ready for that, but be ready for it because you're building a show, you're building an audience, and you're going to have people that are going to come up to you. I have